It's funny though, because like part of the stuff, like part of the education material they've got in the prison is all the TED Talks. So they've got access to all the TED Talks and stuff. And I teach a creative writing class, and I teach like communications and English and everything. And I get them to watch them, and I go, right, let's have these debates. So I host like a monthly debate, and we watch a TED Talk, and then we debate all that stuff, and it's great because everybody in there is coming from different perspectives. People are bringing their socio-economic baggage with them, which, you know, is nice to have in a room for diversity and stuff. And then there's also like the fact that, you know, we're within a prison, but for different reasons. Like, I get to go home. Do you know what I mean? And that's a huge privilege. But we have these TED Talks and debates and stuff. And then I started this series where they wrote their own TED Talk.
All right, okay.
So they picked a subject that they felt they had enough knowledge in that they can write a talk. And it was essentially to get them their communications qualification.
Oh, right.
So their 2-minute talk. And then they would do it as a talk, would record it, and I would fire it on the radio station that I helped run in the jail. And it was like, they would come to me and they'd tell me their pitch, and I would take it really serious, and I'd be like, right, and I'd go and help them find more information about it to fill in the gaps. And I've had everything from model train sets to coronavirus being developed as a way of microchipping people. And then I've also had stuff like death penalty, abortions, like access to the internet in the jail and stuff like that. So like the subjects are varied.
Okay, I need to ask. Has any of them ever like came up with like in their head a rational reason to legalise a current crime?
Yes.
What was the crime?
But see, here's the thing, right?
No, they speak about it.
Well, there's the ones I can't mention, but one of them was like, obviously like legalising drugs and stuff, right?
Oh, right, that's fine.
And then you're right, totally actually, I could get that. Do you know what I mean? One of them came up with that car, like stealing somebody's car should be legalised. Like it should not be a custodial sentence was his argument. His argument was like community payback, community service, blah, blah, blah. But it should not be a custodial sentence, a crime that carries a custodial sentence.
Custodial sentence is when they go to prison.
Aye.
Right.
So his argument for that, now this was about two and a bit year ago, so I might be getting this wrong. But and he's probably out, so if he's listening, I'm butchering it.
We'll get him on the podcast.
Get him on the podcast.
Here's some good ideas for us.
But essentially it was like, they've stole that to meet a need. And that need could be getting from A to B, it could be for money for something, it could be because they are in need of a vehicle for something else that carries a higher risk rate. So if they didn't steal the car and they didn't deliver XYZ to whoever, then that's life or death for their families.
Yeah.
So a lot of the reason behind why you would steal a car was his argument as to why it shouldn't carry a custodial sentence. And see, at the time, I'm like, you're at it. You are at it, because I'm telling you now, if somebody stole my car, I'd be raging. And I would want them to fucking, you know, not be punished, but I'd want them to realise that that's just known. People work hard for their cars. Cars cost a lot of money. That is a massive inconvenience for people. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the impact on the victim needs to be addressed. And I said that to him. I says, you need to realise the impact on the victim, because if you didn't, then it's just arrogance, and I'm not going to buy into what you're telling me. But essentially, it was like, it's for a need to be met. And then I was like...
They get me wrong, I'm coming into the...
By the way, because then I was like, so is every crime. Every crime is a need to be met. And then you look at, you know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and they need to, you know, like, psychologically be filled up. And, like, I was like, this guy's got a point. Not that I'm ever going to be like, please, by all means, steal car. But, like, I now go, I get it. I get why now people go on that journey. Do you know what I mean? But, I mean, not that I'm advocating for nicking folks' motors.
No.
Well, I'm